I was so close to death that I could actually feel it. It was right in front of me. And then suddenly Jesus reached out his hand and pulled me back from the edge. Now, I want to tell you what he showed me. I want to start this message by saying there are two places that all of us will go when we die. We will either go to heaven or hell. Now, most Christians will not want to hear this message because they're afraid to think about hell. But listen, I want to take you to hell. Not because I want to scare you, but because I want you to see how good God is. I want to tell you about something that happened to me one night while I was praying in my room. I was so close to death that I could actually feel it. It was right in front of me. And then suddenly Jesus reached out his hand and pulled me back from the edge. Now I want to tell you what he showed me. When I came back from the edge of death, I had an experience that changed my life forever. I saw heaven and hell, and I want to tell you about them. Hell was dark, cold, and wet. And I saw people there who were crying and screaming and begging for just one more chance. They were asking God for mercy, but God didn't give them another chance. Then they started to beg me for help, but I couldn't help them, because I myself was only a little girl at the time. And then after that, they begged the demons for help, and the demons mocked them and laughed at them and tormented them even more. As I looked around, I could see the devil there with a big, ugly grin on his face, and he was sitting on a throne made of the things that once belonged to these people, like their hopes and dreams, and he was feeding off their pain and their agony. Then I turned and I looked over to the other side, and it was the exact opposite. There was light and warmth, and I heard music and singing and people laughing and having a great time. When I got closer, I realized that all of the people in heaven were the ones that had accepted Jesus in their life here on earth, and I could recognize some of them that I knew personally, and they were happy and excited to see me. So I asked Jesus, why are these people in heaven and those people in hell? And he said to me, it's because those people over there chose to follow me while they were here on earth, and these people chose not to know me. And now it's too late for them to choose me, because once they died, they went directly to their place of torment. This is why we need to preach the gospel to the world. Hell is a horrible place. None of us ever wants to go there, and yet many of us do undo anything to make sure that people know that there is another option. If you are alive right now, and I pray that you are, that means that you have a choice to make. You can choose to accept Jesus in your life and go to heaven when you die, or you can choose to reject Jesus and go to hell when you die. Now, which one will you choose? Many of us, when we first hear about hell, we try to deny its existence. We try to convince ourselves that hell is not real. But listen, I saw hell, and I want to warn you that it is very real. You might be thinking, well, if hell is real, why would God allow such a place to exist? Well, God gave us free will, and free will means that we can choose between good and evil. If God didn't give us free will, we would not be able to choose him. So in order for us to love God, he has to give us the option to choose him. And if we choose to reject God, he has to let us go. He cannot force us to go to heaven. So I'm begging you today, please put your trust in Jesus. Don't wait until it's too late. Do you want to wait until you're standing in front of God with only two options in front of you, heaven or hell? Why don't you choose heaven? Why don't you choose Jesus? Why don't you choose life? If you prayed this prayer with me, let me know in the comment section. I want to know who here has chosen heaven. Let me know by writing, I have chosen heaven, in the comments.